Hi everybody, AAE Murphy. Part 2 of the deer video. Sorry for the wobbly video. I just wanted to capture this on video. Now I know who's munching on the apples. Just a few minutes since I finished the last video. Talking about having a good attitude. Talking about being grateful and joyful for the little things. The dog is still whining. He wants to go out there and chase the deer, but he's not going to be allowed. Okay, so let's talk about the downside of feeding wildlife. So if you are a wildlife conservation officer, or if you are, I don't know, I guess let's just say your job is to just a wildlife conservation officer. Let's just say that. I live in an area just outside a major city here in New England, and I have this 1 acre of kind of wild yard. I do have neighbors, but we live on a little dead-end street, kind of right in the middle of a suburb, and there's a lot of woods. It's very wooded here. Hard to believe we're only about 4 miles from this major city. So, as I've said in previous videos, I do whatever I can to care for wildlife because it's just part of my DNA. I've always been that way. I have volunteered countless thousands of hours since 2003 with nonprofits that are dedicated to saving whales and dolphins and porpoises, otherwise known as cetaceans. I am wired to care for other creatures, other things, other people, to champion these huge causes. I've spent a lot of time and money and effort and tears, and I've come to a place where it's all stopped. So in the last year, I've stopped volunteering for 2 organizations that together I started in 2003. And I'm not talking about, a couple of hours a week, a month on the phone. Talking about monthly meetings, communications, meetings, emails, doing presentations, going into schools, doing presentations, tabling at fairs, printing items, selling items, emails, social media presence. At one point, I was elected to a really high responsibility position within one of the nonprofits, and I had the phone by my pillow because it's an international nonprofit, and I had friends in all places of the world, so we're on all different timelines, and just because it's convenient for me to speak on the phone at a certain time, I had to talk to other people that were in a different timeline, so the phone was always on the side of my bed. Oh, and there they go. And she ate the apples and off she went. So, hey, Wendy, I finally figured out who was eating the apples, and here they are in the backyard. So I decided that with fibromyalgia and the condition of my health and the output of energy, remember in another video I spoke about the spoon theory and how we only have so many spoons allotted each day, and if we expend all of our energy and we spend all our spoons on doing one thing, then we can't do something else. It's just the way that the disease affects us. So I just decided I had to call it quits, and I just backed off of all my volunteering, and I decided to focus on just caring for the things that I can care for, that I feel like I make a difference, and it brings me more joy and a little bit of comfort just to know that there are tangible effects in reactions to the things that I can do. And so one of those things that I do is that brings me joy is I care for the birds here in the backyard. And then I started noticing in the spring and in the summer that we had deer, and so my neighbor down the street says that she puts apples out for the deer, so I started to put apples out for the deer, and here it was, mystery solved. So the purpose of this video is just to show you, as I said in the last video, that the apples are gone. There's the milk can with the empty top. So if you look back in this video to the very beginning, you'll see that the mama deer came back, and she was focused on those apples. She wanted those apples big time. So she circled around, she came back, she munched on those apples, and that makes me happy. And so I'm having a good day. Sorry about the bouncy video again, but I couldn't put it down because I didn't want to spook her. So I'm having a good day. I hope you're having a good day. I love you all. I hope you find joy, comfort, peace wherever you can. Today is all we have. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Wendy.